Hey bass players, if you grew up in the 80s or 90s, or if you're a fan of rock bands like Fleetwood Mac, The Who, XTC, U2, The Police, or even Weather Report, you've heard the bass I have with me today. This is a 1982 Ibanez Musician MC924 DS. I purchased this bass from Mike and Mike's Guitar Bar in Seattle, Washington. Purchasing instruments online can be a big gamble these days, but not when you're dealing with a reputable shop like Mike and Mike's. This bass arrived just as it was described, was set up perfectly, and it was well packed. In the intro, you heard a Police-style song featuring this bass played with a pick. Next, let's hear it in the mix, fingerstyle, using both pickups. And if you're interested, I'll include the naked tracks at the end of this video with no backing. My very first Ibanez was a 1982 Ibanez Blazer that I featured in a video last year. It's just a fantastic bass with a big P-bass style tone. As I mentioned in that video, in 1982, I was seeing the Musician bass on MTV all the time, and I really wanted one of these basses, but our local guitar shop didn't have one. The Musician series was a more expensive Pro-type model, so I was happy to start learning on the Blazer that I ended up with. The Ibanez Musician series first appeared in 1979, until they stopped producing the line in 1987. Along with the Music Man Stingray, these are considered some of the first mass-produced active basses to hit the global market. The Super P5 and J5 pickups are just thunderous with clean and clear highs and an expressive mid-range. The 5-piece neck features 3 pieces of maple reinforced with strips of walnut laminate. The dark stained ash body wings encapsulate a core of mahogany. After 1982, they switched the body to a simpler all-ash configuration without the mahogany core. The C-shaped neck carve is topped with an ebony fretboard and medium jumbo frets. This bass weighs in about 10 pounds. Control-wise, we have a pickup blend. We've also got the master volume and a master tone. Engaging the active electronics, you've got a bass, a mid, and a treble control. All right, let's run down some tones on this thing. Let's start out with the P-bass style pickup in the neck position. We've got the tone control all the way up, and it sounds like this. Going back to both pickups, tone control all the way up. Back to the bridge pickup. Rolling the tone back to about 50%, staying with the J-style pickup in the bridge. Both pickups, tone control around 50. And then back to the P-style pickup in the neck. Now let's hear what the active EQ sounds like. We'll boost a little bit of treble, boost a little bit of bass, and we'll pull out some mids. Let's hear that with both pickups. There's a lot of bass in there. Especially when you think about back in the day, like this is one of the first active preamps and a bass. It's really just amazing. It's not too noisy either. I think my favorite tone on this bass is without the active EQ, with the passive tone control rolled back. Well, actually, it's just a master tone control. Rolled off a little bit with just the P-style pickup. It's a really cool, big, round P-bass type tone. In 1982, Ibanez also offered the MC824, which is a totally passive version of this bass without the active EQ. A high-mass gold-plated AccuCast bridge features solid brass saddles. Everything on this bass is original and in perfect working condition. At the time, Ibanez was known for its incredible craftsmanship coming out of the Fujijin factory in Japan. That factory also produced Greco, Roland, and Yamaha instruments. Around 1982, Fender decided to enter a contract with Fujijin that lasted through the mid-90s. Those Fujijin-made Fenders are very sought after for their superior quality and sound. The Musician series were such a boutique-style bass, they were often compared to alembics. Alembics are handmade in California and known for their ornate craftsmanship, exotic woods, and high-end tone. Owning both, I can attest to the incredible build quality of this bass, but the electronics on the Alembic certainly have an edge. Speaking of the edge, many high-profile rock bassists endorsed the Musician series, including U2's Adam Clayton, Sting of the Police, Fleetwood Mac's John McVie, Steve Harris of Iron Maiden, and John Entwistle of The Who. Jazz artists like Alphonso Johnson of Weather Report and Mark Egan of Pat Metheny Group also endorsed the Musician bass. Sting has stated in interviews that his 1980 fretless Ibanez Musician bass is the bass he most used during his time with the Police. Adam Clayton used his Musician bass as his main instrument through the mid-80s, and John Entwistle, well, Thunderfingers just had a hell of a lot of basses. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been great for me to connect with such an iconic bass that I always wanted to have in my collection. Thanks again to Mike and Mike's Guitar Bar in Seattle, Washington. Please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you again soon. Take care.
you